Hey. What's up? How you doing? How are you? Welcome to Next Window, Please. I'm your host, Nick Allen. Thanks for checking out the show. It's the Potluck episode, baby. So, little backstory here. Well, I didn't put out an episode last week. I was meaning to, and then the days just kept going. I don't. If you've been listening, initially I wanted to put them out on Tuesdays. Then it became a Wednesday. Then it was a Thursday. Whatever. And then last week, the days just fucking got away from me. I felt like I didn't have a lot to say, and I'm like, do I slog through it? Put one out that might not be that great. No, probably like much of the rest of these episodes. Or do I just wait and try to get back on track? Anyway, we're here. I put it out. We'll see what happens. And then, I don't know, roughly 45 minutes ago, I sit down to record this the old potluck episode. 12 minutes in, the recorder stops working. I'm like, that's fine. Oh, it'll be a little YouTube special. Big, you watch me replace the batteries. That's exciting. And then I replaced the batteries, kept recording, kept filming it, and turns out there was 13 seconds of video taken on my phone. Fucking 13 seconds. I'm going to check this video again real quick just to make sure it's still going so we're not doing the same thing here. I'll be right back. All right. It says it's still going. I think we're good to go. Thank you for checking out the show. Nut. I thought about just like putting out the audio on YouTube with just like a static image or whatever. Like, man, no, it's fine. All hard work talking about potlucks again, and yeah, won't be deterred. I thought about doing it tomorrow, but then tomorrow would turn into fucking Thursday. Whatever. Nobody gives a shit. Yeah, this is it. So yeah, last week I was able to go to be a part of do a set at the opening of the soft opening of the new Funny Bone here in Omaha. The club's fucking great. If you get a chance to go check it out, do so. It's really nice, and I think it looks like a lot of the Funny Bones around the country do now as well. It's fucking it's fantastic, and I can't wait to go back there. I'm out this weekend. I'm in all different places than the new Funny Bone. I'll be in Panama, Iowa on Friday night at a place called the Podunk Bar and Grill. It was only a matter of time if there's a place called the Podunk Bar that I was going to play there. I'll be there. Friday night. Saturday night, I will be in Shenandoah, Iowa at an interesting spot called Matt's Attic. So it looks cool. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Got some news on the Insane Clown Posse front. Not sure if I'm going to go. I wanted to go. I thought I might have the hookup for some tickets through the radio. That didn't happen. So looked them up. $50 a piece. Insane Clown Posse on Tuesday night in June. So it's soon. It's a week from right now. I would probably be headed if I end up going. I don't know. Is the Insane Clown Posse worth $50? If it's like 25, 30, I don't know. But then I'm like, it's only $20 more. It just seems like a lot for the Great Malenko and the Fago. They do this. The show is being opened up by Juggalo Championship Wrestling, which would be cool to check out. Maybe I'm making a mistake not going. It would be a story. I don't know. Maybe I could write it off. Can you hear my son yelling? Anybody else have a kid that likes to yell and scream at their friends and call them all fucking pieces of shit while they're playing Xbox? Seems fun. Like, my friends and I used to play Xbox, but I never remember like, we were all in the same room, which was different. We were like, you fucking piece of shit. But whatever. It's fun. It sounds like fun. I've made an effort to find Black Forest gummy bears to see if they're worth a shit again. So I was surprised by those fruit snacks we have that we discussed on a previous episode. And it's probably indicative of how good they are now that you can't find just a regular sized bag of Black Forest gummy bears. You can't find them. They're hard to find. I've looked at a couple different grocery stores. I keep forgetting them at a gas station to look. But I was able to find some gummy worms. The Black Forest gummy worms, they're okay. They're not as good as I remember them being. I remember in the past they had more of like a rigid texture and more of like a triangular shape. What's the name of that fucking triangular chocolate that comes in that box? Like Trihid something? Should we look that up? Let's look it up. See, every episode's different. The first, I didn't even fucking consider this yellow. What should we even search? Yellow triangular chocolate box. Toblerone. Toblerone. I don't know. Toblerone. Did they come and they almost now the gummy bears were more shaped like that. Remember like the old triangular Legos? Like a bunch of those fucking lined up. They're more now the Black Forest gummy worms more rounded around the edges. And they're okay. I don't think they're anything spectacular. I think the Twin Snakes by Haribo are much better than them in any variety. Or Trolley's a different thing. I'm not sure if it's even fair to put those. They're both gummy worms, but I think they're in different categories because Trolley is just they're coated in sugar, much more sour. They got that going on. Yeah, I'm interested to find some Black Forest gummy bears, and we'll get back to you with the breaking news on whether they're worth the shit anymore or not. I'd be surprised. I think Haribo gummy bears are way up there. Some people say the Albanese are the best. I don't. I think they're worthy. I could see why somebody would think that. I think the Haribo. I like the flavor better. I like the texture better. Except for the Albanese. I once had a bag of the miniature Albanese. It was around Halloween time. Just one of those little fucking packets of them that has like I don't know, 7, 8 little gummy bears in it, and they were smaller than like regulation size, and those were phenomenal. I'd put up I'd say 1A, 1B with the regular Haribo. I wish Haribo made a mini one. That'd be something. I'm 43 years old. Man, would it be nice if Haribo made a little gummy bear? But it would be nice. It would. I became aware of a new McDonald's chicken sandwich. Or not, excuse me, McDonald's hamburger. It's called the Daily Double. I was looking on Reddit and the McDonald's subreddit popped up in my feed. I'm surprised it took this long for the McDonald's subreddit to pop up in my algorithm. It kind of makes me wonder how much the phone is actually listening to me that hasn't happened by now. But the question was, what's the best fast food? What's the best burger at McDonald's? And somebody said the Daily Double. I didn't know it existed. If you're at a kiosk or even on the app, you got to scroll down to the bottom of burgers. Here's what it is. A burger with two, I'm going to say 100% beef patties. Sure. American cheese, lettuce, tomato, slivered onion, and mayonnaise, all on a toasted bottom bun. It's interesting they only toast the bottom bun. But I like this sandwich. It really tasted a lot more fresh than stuff from McDonald's normally does. Because it's where, unless I'm getting a Big Mac or a McChicken, there's not much produce on anything I'm getting from McDonald's. But this had the lettuce and the tomato. It could have used more even mayonnaise distribution on the sandwich I had. Like I said, it all comes down to how much of a fuck somebody making the sandwich gives. And I don't know if it was, I'm sure it's just a regulation amount of mayonnaise. And I've seen, they pop up in my fucking algorithm, these reels of people making shit at McDonald's. They just have these big, like, caulking guns. We're like, so I think they probably got one squirt of mayonnaise, but more mayonnaise ended up towards, like, the latter part of the burger that I was eating. And that tasted a lot better than the part that didn't really have much mayonnaise at all. It's probably because it was all at the end of the burger. But I don't know if I should get extra mayonnaise. I don't even know if McDonald's has mayo packets. I'd be reluctant to get extra mayo on there. But yeah, I think it's worth checking out. It was like $4.99. This says a Daily Double is sometimes offered as part of a meal deal, such as the $6 Daily Double meal deal, which may include fries, McNuggets, and a drink. That's good. If you can find that, I'd check that out. I think that would be the way to go. I get that, a McChicken, and a large fry, And yeah, I definitely wasn't disappointed in it. I was kind of disappointed in myself not knowing that this burger existed. How the fuck do I not know? I've never seen it advertised anywhere. You know, it's always McDouble, McChicken, Big Mac, McRib, all that shit. This Daily Double. Maybe they don't advertise it as much because it's not like a McDaily Double. Everything else has Mick in front of it. But this one does not. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Alright, let's check out this. We'll go to the fast food Reddit thread. There's some interesting things happening here. Whoa! There's even more now than there was last time I fucking looked. This is the merits of recording 2 episodes. Burger King Japan introduces the pickleball burger, rice patties for buns. There's 3 patties on it. So it's rice at the bottom, one big, looks like a Whopper patty, then a layer of pickles. Looks like there might be a layer of pickles underneath. So rice patty, pickles, 2 stacked Whopper patties, and then more rice on top. That looks fucking nuts. Do you really want to get into a rice patty? I'd give it a shot. I'd try it. 1,790 yen. That's probably what, $400? I don't know. McDonald's has a new McFlurry. New Hershey's S'mores McFlurry. We've addressed on here before. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the word s'mores correctly or not. This McFlurry consists of creamy vanilla soft ice cream swirled with Hershey's milk chocolate, graham crackers, and soft marshmallows. So you're always at the mercy of the ice cream machine at McDonald's, but this looks good. Available in mini and regular sizes. Prices starting at $179, although prices may vary by location. That starts today, like a nationwide today. I'm not big on McDonald's ice cream. I really get. It's normally, a lot of it's mostly drive-through. Rarely hanging out and eating in a McDonald's, and I'm not gonna order ice cream with whatever I'm getting, and then the McFlurry would make more sense than a cone. You don't want to sit a cone next to you while you're eating your Big Mac and just watch it melt. You could go back up. You want 2 transactions? Nah, I don't know. So Papa John's has this new pizza, new cheddar crust pizza. Available nationwide. They tested this in Las Vegas and North Carolina, so apparently those places like it. It's cheddar cheese melted on top of their original crust, served with a side of garlic sauce for dipping into pepperoncini? What the fuck is that? Let's see. Oh, those are the little yellow peppers. Pepperoncino. How do you pronounce that? Probably not. Yeah, that's just those. Why Papa John's has always done that. How many people eat those? We're asking the big questions here. Hit me up. nextwindowpod@gmail.com. So there's 2 pre-built varieties of this pizza. You can also make your own, but their main ones are pepperoni and sausage. I don't understand the merit of cheddar cheese on a pizza crust. If cheddar cheese was a viable option for pizza, you would see it on more pizzas. I think some lazy places might put it on top of their taco pizza. Is that just American? It tastes more like American. And that's when I think pizza, thinking, mozzarella, Romano cheese. It's like an Italian blend of cheese. Cheddar cheese on the crust. I'll need it. Just put the cheese in the crust. Not cheddar. Use white cheese. I don't know. Good luck to them. I still haven't tried the shakaroni. I really want to try the shakaroni. That looks good. Here's what there's just a picture here of somebody ordered the McCrispy chicken nuggets from McDonald's, and they look like they're completely overcooked, but they've got one that just looks like a complete fucking cock and balls. If you're on the audio, it's I'm just holding it. Get the production value of the show is holding a computer up to my phone as it records the image of the cock and balls fucking McCrispy strip, but it's really like it looks like a circumcised dick with testicles in burnt McCrispy form. Chipotle has a new sauce, adobo ranch sauce from Chipotle. Starting June 17th, so it's a week from today, described as smoky, a smoky, spicy twist on the classic fan favorite dipping sauce. Adobo ranch features adobo pepper, sour cream, one of a kind blend of herbs and spices. Can be added to any burrito, bowl, taco, quesadilla, or salad for an extra kick. They can't tell you what to do with the sauce. And it's because it says it could be added to those things. And you could do whatever the fuck you want with that sauce. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Well, motivational from Next Window Please here. Yeah, you could dip your cock and balls McCrispy in there. They wouldn't fucking know. They would know. Can you just go in and just get the sauce? Like, what are you gonna use this for? You probably use it for a taco or burrito, aren't you? Like, no, actually, I'm gonna fucking dip the balls of this cock and balls McCrispy strip into that sauce, and there's nothing he can fucking do about it. And why I think a lot of these posts on this fast food subreddit are probably from the restaurants. Like this, Arby's introduces two for $7, 2 for €7 deal at select locations for a limited time. Talked about those gyros on here before. They're surprisingly good. I think that gyro's better than some gyros I've had from actual like gyro places. I'd highly recommend those. Son of bacon, I think. Oh yeah, KFC has a troubling Mountain Dew flavor. They're advertising these tender fill-up boxes, and they're fucking $7. You 3-piece tenders fill up, a 1-piece fried chicken fill up, a 2-piece fried chicken fill up, or a famous bowl fill up. Like those ones that fucking Patton Oswalt made fun of. I don't understand the same price for the 1 or 2 pieces of fried chicken. What if you get 1 piece is just like a big fucking breast, and 2's like, maybe like a wing and a drumstick or something? That's probably what that is. Yes, it started yesterday. The soda did. Fucking Mountain Dew, Sweet Lightning, Peaches and Cream soda at participating locations. Fans could also choose to add a vanilla cream swirl to their beverage. That sounds fucking disgusting. Mountain Dew, it's Sweet Lightning, Peaches and Cream. This Peaches and Cream is fuck. Oh, it sounds nasty. It looks like it's a troubling variation of orange, and I'm not gonna try that. I think the McDonald's snack wraps are coming back. It's gonna be the new McCrispy strips inside the tortillas. Right, there's gonna be one ranch and then like a buffalo one. I've never been into those. I don't think I've ever even had one. It would be tough to put that the cock and balls McCrispy strip in one of these. The big fucking lumpy snack wrap. Like, dude, your snack wrap have a tumor? Like, nah, it's fucking huge balls. Popeye's debuting chicken wraps. Interesting timing. Them at McDonald's. Classic, spicy, honey mustard, and blackened varieties, plus blueberry drinks. All these chicken places going crazy with the drinks. Long John Silver's has a Reese's peanut butter cheesecake. That looks good, but it's probably covered in whatever fucking like diarrhea sprinkles they put on the food from Long John Silver's. So I'd beware. All right, I'm gonna check this. I'm gonna check this recording one more time. All right, still going strong. We're just gonna let it ride, baby. We're far enough in where if it's gone, this'll be what the video is, and then the rest will be on audio, huh? Okay. So, we had that news. I'll get to these emails here. Got some interesting emails. So, this guy Josh reached out. It's Todd and Tyler listener. Thanks for listening to Next Window Please, Josh. He's in the TNT Deadpool, and his name is Ed Utah Memorial Highway. There's a celebrity Deadpool on Tom Tyler. It's fun. Check it out. We're up there we're there every day from 6 to 10. And I think that would be an interesting time to listen to the show if you normally don't, because we could use a break, and you could tell, and everybody in the room getting knows, and it's been discussed, but got, I don't know, nearly 3 weeks to go, I think. So it'll be interesting. And I know we're not doing grueling work or whatever, but we've been talking to each other a bunch, and we're ready to not talk to each other for a few days and come back and do it again. So anyway, Josh reaches out. Excuse me. Am I crazy or not? I fold a slice of cheese in half to make 4 equal quarters, then put a square of cheese on the top and bottom of an Oreo to make an Oreo sandwich. Everyone I know thinks I'm nuts and won't even try it, but it's outstanding. Give it a try and hopefully give it the respect it deserves. Josh, I wouldn't go so far to say you're crazy, but also I'm definitely not gonna try this. It doesn't even sound intriguing. Like, I'm assuming you're going single craft slice, the pre-packaged in the plastic. I'm assuming that kind of cheese. And even if I'm not, I don't know what kind of cheese would make this better. It sounds fucking nasty. Like, I like cheese. I like Oreos. I definitely don't want the texture of either of those things in my mouth at the same time. I think Oreos have a very specific texture. Normally, if I'm eating an Oreo, I'm dipping it in milk. I wouldn't want to dip this in milk. You man, just dipping a fucking Oreo cheese sandwich in milk. But I don't think you probably don't have to with this, because the cheese is the dairy in this situation. I don't know. I wouldn't dip an Oreo in yogurt. Actually, I don't think I would. I'd be much more likely to do that than I would be to try this cheese sandwich. And I can understand why everybody doesn't want to try it either. I'm glad you found something you like, and it just means there's gonna be more fucking cheese left for you. And yeah, good luck with everything. I'm interested. Let me know. Is there anything else you eat that's like akin to this, that's just off, that nobody else that will try? If you're eating stuff like that, I'm interested in that as well. All right, Trevor reached out. He possible episode ideas: a concert or sporting event, concession stand foods. Said, personally, I don't really understand crushing a double cheeseburger while Alice Cooper is on stage. Alice Cooper's a badass. But what do I know? I like my sons just went to see Shane Gillis, and my youngest at the arena said that he got a burger from the concession stand that was one of the best burgers he's had in recent memory. I think concession stand food has gotten better. There is an episode where I talk about a lot of concession food. I think it's called "This Is My Concession." Get it? Haha. Little Usher pun. Yeah, I think it's one of the more. You don't have to scroll too far back to find it. We would really not scroll too far back to find any of these. Yeah, at some point, so I'll probably end up talking about it again, because, nothing like backing yourself into a corner on a podcast. What the fuck else am I going to talk about? All right. I don't know, I don't know if there's anything else I can, like, ramble about for this long. Maybe, like, I don't know, baseball. There was a Kiss episode. I probably talked about Kiss as long as I could. I just got a new Cypress Hill record. This dude sent it to the studio. I didn't catch his name. I don't know what it is, but there's a Cypress Hill just released. It's a double album of them live with the London Symphony Orchestra. They played Black Sunday in its entirety, and then a bunch of their well-known songs after that. It's fucking badass. Right from the bong. I love it. If you're into them at all, check it. Even if you're not into them, maybe give it another shot, because it definitely sounds different than their other stuff, because they've got a fucking symphony behind them. They're on tuxes and shit. I think it's the same set list they played when I saw them in town here. Talked about the snack wraps. Okay, Todd checked in. Let me know that Trolley is making like frozen popsicles. I guess most popsicles are. I could have just said popsicles. That those look interesting. They looks like they're like two tiered flavors. Um, yeah, grape and strawberry. Probably a little sour, just like they're coming. I wonder. I don't know if they have like that sugary texture on the outside, like is it trolley or trolley, whatever those gummy bears or gummy worms do. Got the got a not so nice email we don't talk about here. Oh, dude, Ben checked in. He he's where he lives in Fremont, Nebraska. He found the cheapest burger there, junior hamburger, $1.59 from Wendy's. And also, I think this is he's using his app discounts here. If you could get the fucking Wendy's app to work, those assholes. I don't know what it is. I've updated, I've tried it. I was just like, oops, oops, oops. I don't think I've ever been able to get it to work. He was able to get a Son of Baconator and a medium fry, $3.24. That's a great deal. Looks like he goes no mayo, no mustard, no mayo or no mayonnaise, mustard. It says no mayonnaise, comma mustard. That probably means neither of either of those things, right? I'd assume. That makes more sense to me than a cheese, an Oreo cheese sandwich. I got this email from a lady. I'm not going to say her name. I used to mention my friend's underwear company on here, Stageman Underwear. And you go to stageman.com. You get underwear. I don't know if the promo code is still active or not. I imagine it is. You get a discount if you put in window. I think window was the promo code. And the underwear he made was one of those underwears for dudes that just has the pouch in front for your balls. It's lifted up, they're removed from your legs. He made them because he did a lot of running and he was chafing a bunch and he couldn't find anything to fucking put his sack up where he wanted it. The underwear is very comfortable and they give you a pronounced bulge. And it's nice. My wife definitely laughed the first time she saw me, but I don't know, it makes you look like you're packing a little bit if you could use some help in that area. Or if you're big, you just even want to be bigger, like fucking check this shit out. But all right, so she emails, does your friend/sponsor make underwear for women with large labia? Maybe with the ball cupping pouches sideways, asking for a friend. I don't think he does. Also, what the sideways is funny to me because it's just like one pouch. Like I think if you need a pouch for large lips, you'd want it up and down. And I don't know, is there underwear that like would go in between? Is the issue with the lips rubbing up against each other or on the legs? I don't know, asking for a friend. I hope your friend is able to find something somewhere. But Mike just has underwear that has pouches for dongs. If anybody's aware of any underwear for large lips, the labia is the lips, right? I'm always pretty sure. It's like, I don't know. I never know if I'm slightly aware of anything that I'm fucking talking about. But next one to pod@gmail.com. We'll help her out. Then she says, P.S. My husband and I love to listen to your podcast to fall asleep to. Thanks for listening. I truly appreciate anybody who listens to it. It is kind of troubling that it's put on to fall asleep to. See, I get that, the potluck episode isn't like bombastic entertainment, but hopefully it must be some sort of soothing if you can fall asleep to it. He had dreams of fucking Wendy's barbecue sauce pouch like packets dancing around and shit. Containers. Yeah. French fries with the skin on the outside and shit. The Hamburglar. And then so that was PS. They listen to it to fall asleep to. And then PPS. Years ago when I first heard you on Todd and Tyler, I found you mildly amusing but not very funny. Now I find you very amusing, mildly funny, then in parentheses, enough and one of the most relatable voices on the show. Say thank you for both. I do love the mildly funny, the enough in parentheses. I'm not quite sure what that means, but it's funny. And yeah, thank you. Thanks for listening, and good luck getting those lips pouched up. So, yeah, all right, on to Potlucks. We'll do it. I think we've covered all of that. I was reminded of this. So I'm always looking for something to talk about. I'm not quite sure what else we can do. Any fucking episode ideas? Hit me up. Again, nextwindowpod@gmail.com. I'll just say that 40 times throughout this episode. At the funeral for my friend Chuck, we talked about last episode, and they had the big spread there, and they have, the army of old ladies at the church that make stuff for funerals. But most of my experience with the potlucks, it's either like a family reunion, or I don't know, maybe like a fucking pool party or something, or an office potluck. That was usually the most common. And with potlucks, I think crock pots are key. You gotta have crock pots. So where else are you gonna put the meatballs? I think it's my favorite thing at a potluck. Is those little, even just the frozen meatballs in a crock pot. I think they mix it in like fucking jelly, jelly and chili sauce. Phenomenal. Sometimes the little smokies, little wieners will be in there. Sometimes those are in a separate crock pot, but like the same sauce can work for either of those. I think that's key for a top-notch potluck. You've got to have those fucking meatballs. You take or leave the little hot dogs. I mean, it's fine, but I would prefer a hot dog on a bun. Do they make little brats? Some things we'll never know. Could just ask. AI will be like, oh yeah, you did. I'm going to do an AI version of this podcast soon. Real soon. A potluck is a gathering. I wonder what it says, what the fucking definition is. Oh, it doesn't even use the AI. It just goes straight to the fucking dictionary. Oh, potluck. Used in reference to a situation in which one must take a chance that whatever is available will prove to be good or acceptable. The North American, a meal or party to which each of the guests contributes a dish. My wife's not a fan of potluck. She doesn't like eating stuff from kitchens she's not familiar with, or she doesn't know if these people have, like pet fucking lizards walking all over their counters or whatever. Or more likely a cat. Some dog that's like licked all their silverware and shit. I think meatballs are key. At eating potluck, like the meatballs aren't going to be the main dish, but you got to make sure that somebody's bringing the main dish. So the fried chicken, sandwiches. That's what they had at Chuck's, like just like these big fucking trays with bunch of deli meat on it, bunch of cheeses, bread, mustard, mayonnaise, that kind of shit. Condiments per se. Somebody's got to bring the main thing. Or if there's not going to be something like that, make sure you have enough people bringing like sliders. Sliders are perfect for a potluck. Take the King's Hawaiian rolls, cut them in half. Pulled pork. I've had good, even as much as I hate warm ham, I've had decent like Cuban sandwich sliders. Well, some fucking tacos. That'd be good. Hopefully the tacos are accompanied by just like the nacho cheese dip in a crock pot with the ground beef in it. That's a potluck fucking classic. That would make my podium, my potluck, that would make my podium. I'd put the meatballs up there, those, why did I just completely fucking forget what I was talking about? Oh, that cheese dip. I've got all this, I'm imagining the old break room at this place, at this pharmacy I used to work at, and those potluck days were great. Some people would show up with some shit. So we got the meatballs, got that cheese dip with the hamburger in it, and then Number 3, I'd put 7-layer bean dip. I forgot. I was so concerned about thinking about the 7-layer bean dip that I just fucking paused in my tracks. I love 7-layer bean dip. Is it actually called 7-layer bean dip? It is. It's the only time I ever eat, or just 7-layer dip. You don't need bean. That's the only time. You don't even need bean. Like the tagline for a gay bar. That fucking, I love it. It's the only time I'll ever eat refried beans, unless I fuck up and, or if I fuck up and don't ask for no refried beans and something from Taco Bell, or like a Mexican restaurant and it just comes out on the side. I'm not gonna go double rice, but I don't give a fuck about refried beans. In that 7-layer bean dip, there's something about it that makes it work. The chip is very important though, because you need a chip with enough structural integrity to actually get into the dips. You're not worried about breaking it. You don't end up with a bunch of little pieces of chip in the 7-layer dip. I don't even know what are all the layers. Refried beans, sour cream, or yogurt. The fuck? Guacamole, salsa, cheese, olives, cilantro, scallions, lime juice. Man, it's very good. Yeah, I love that shit. That's important. There's always chips, desserts. That's what I would do, especially when I was younger at like work potluck things. Be like, what do you bring? Like, oh, I'll bring the plates and the napkins, or I'll bring chips. Sometimes you do that, and then something you always feel bad. Like I always felt bad when people were like bringing crock pots of shit that they'd worked on for a long time. I'm like, hey, I had the fucking chips. Anybody, you guys plates, huh? How would everybody think of the plates? I love the honesty of the potlucks. You can always tell what's good and what's not, because what's good, it's fucking gone. And what's not that great, it's still just sitting at like any potluck I've been to has that one like fucked up pasta salad that I like suddenly salad. You know, the multicolor twirled noodles with I know where they're little sprinkles of something on top of it. The almost Italian dressing flavor on top of it. That shit's great. But a lot of potlucks will have somebody's doing pasta salad that doesn't have the flavoring of that. Has like I don't know, fucking radish cut up in it, or an almond, or a pea or something. Peas don't need to be in anything, let alone your pasta salad that's probably gonna weigh just as much as it did when you're carrying it out as it did when you brought it in to work. Just don't. Make some spinach artichoke dip. What's the other new one? Like the buffalo chicken dip? That's good. Hopefully you're not using canned chicken. I saw somebody making that once at a graduation party. They just had this can like I had eaten some of it earlier too, and they were just taking these cans of chicken and just like putting it into this crock pot. Like, oh fuck, that sucks. And yeah, I did not eat any more of that. I've been reluctant to eat that shit from anywhere else I've been to. The desserts are key. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just the grocery store, the cookies from the plastic. I don't give a fuck. Hopefully there's a peanut butter cookie in there. Brownies are good. That's what I started. I used to, just before I quit my job, I would take brownies, and my wife makes great brownies. Everybody loves those. Those were always gone. You just kind of walk by the other dishes. If whatever you brought to the potluck is gone, you're walking by at the end of the day, there's a bunch of food left and all those other shit. Man. Chips are gone though. Fucked up pasta salad. You can leave that in the fridge forever. Just mold out. Oh, I'm so mad at this person bringing this fucked up pasta salad to their potluck. Pies are big. I read something that said it depends on the refrigeration of it. I think it depends on how quickly this stuff's gonna be eaten. Like if you take a pumpkin pie, I guess a pumpkin pie can sit out. What's a pie that needs to be refrigerated? A cheesecake. Is cheesecake a pie? We're asking the big questions. Is cheesecake a pie? No, cheesecake is not a pie. While it may have a crust and a filling, like some pie, cheesecakes are generally classified as tarts due to their structure, ingredients, and baking methods. Huh. It's not even a cake. It's a tart. Why don't they call it cheese tart? Why is cheesecake not a pie? Well, for one, a cheesecake crust is present. And it's for this, let's consider it a pie. It would probably need to be refrigerated, but if you've got enough people there and they're going to eat it fast enough, don't worry about it. And if you set it out, once everybody goes through and gets their first round of food, if there's a bunch of cheesecake left, put it in the fridge next to that fucked up pasta salad. I don't think they won't put the pasta salad in the fridge because I think they'll be like, oh, maybe people come around to this. Maybe they just haven't tried it yet. They didn't have any room on their plate. The plate was full of 7-layer dip and meatballs, sliders. Let's start listing off food. It's like a grocery list podcast. Sometimes feels like that's not far from what this is. So just looking at popular potluck dishes. Potlucks are a great opportunity to share food with others. Some dishes consistently prove to be crowd pleasers. Macaroni and cheese, yeah, that's pretty classic. Lasagna, I've really seen lasagna at a potluck. Casseroles, chicken spaghetti casserole, chicken cordon bleu, green bean casserole, chicken cordon bleu. Hey, chicken cordon bleu would be much better if it wasn't for all that ham they put in there. They mentioned jambalaya. Pulled pork is a classic for a potluck. This says root beer pulled pork. I don't know if I've ever had root beer pulled pork. What is that? This would be a good time for somebody to fall asleep. Just typing. Root beer pulled pork is a recipe where pulled pork is cooked using root beer as a primary liquid, often in a slow cooker. The root beer tenderizes the pork and adds a subtle sweetness. Interesting. I'd give it a shot. I've probably had it. Chips and dip, we talked about. Salsa, yeah. Fucking pico de gallo is great to take to a potluck. Just a big thing of pico. And some guacamole. You ever make any guacamole? This mentioned potato salad, macaroni salad, coleslaw. Potluck classics. And that's some of the stuff that's shit that I don't think people are gonna be upset if you take it from a store. Like, I make some macaroni salad, but I don't make potato salad. I don't make coleslaw. I'd like to, because coleslaw, there's really a variation in coleslaw. Some coleslaws, like, why is this not the only thing I ever eat? And then other coleslaw, you're like, oh, that's why. Broccoli salad, okay. 3-bean salad, all right. Fuck a beans. Don't take a bean salad to a potluck. Baked beans, yeah. That's good. This dips and appetizers, chips and dip. Yep, 7-layer dip, cover that. Cheese and crackers, cheese balls. Cheese balls is perfect for a potluck. Little nuts around the outside. The charcuterie. I have seen people, I don't know if they're trying to prove a point or whatever, show up to a potluck. It's like a giant charcuterie board. You almost feel pressure to eat that. Like, oh, they brought all this. Like, it's good, but there's a lot of other food there too. It doesn't need to be an overwhelming amount. Again, just a standard fucking cheese, crackers, perfect. Deviled eggs. Tortilla roll-ups. Yes, I love a tortilla roll-up. What is it? Just like the cream cheese mixture wrapped into the tortilla, cut up into little discs, put a little fucking sauce on top of that. Desserts, brownies. Yep, lemon bars. Carrot cake. My wife will make carrot cake. We'll take to some shit. Cookies. Yes. Rice Krispie treats. Pie and cobbler. Did that. Cupcakes and mini cheesecakes. Fuck yeah. There's not much better than those little mini cheesecakes. Those little, just like the square ones. The tiny ass little cupcake wrapper on the bottom. This is just all fucking AI is gonna take over. It's just like there's not a website that would have all this shit on right away. Tips for potluck success. Choose dishes that are easy to transport and serve. Yes. Hence, the crock pot. Consider making dishes that can be served at room temperature, kept warm easily. Prepare dishes that appeal to a variety of tastes. Yeah, that's something to consider. The person who's making the pasta salad. Don't be afraid to make a hit and freeze dishes. Like, what? Like, lumping Shanghai, Filipino egg rolls. That's a very interesting choice for AI to make. Don't be afraid to freeze Filipino egg rolls. Does they really think, as different parts of the world, imagine that's much more common at a potluck. By choosing from these popular potluck dishes, you're sure to bring something delicious that everyone will enjoy. Yeah. See, under pasta salad, it's a refreshing and versatile dish that can be customized with various ingredients. Popular choices include classic macaroni salad, orzo salad, or smoked salmon pasta salad. That's a little fancy for fucking potluck. Let's look up this orzo salad. Cranberry salad's good, we don't forget that. Orzo salad filled with feta, chickpeas, olives, fresh herbs, veggies, Greek dressing. Okay. That looks fine. It looks better than pasta salad, fucking radishes in it. Sorry, didn't mean for this to turn into a hate fest on, I don't know, a handful of pasta salads I've had in my life. They really didn't, I didn't think they made that big of an impact. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm still recovering from some of that. Yeah, did I miss anything? I hope this fucking video is still going. Nobody gives a fuck. Like, get your shit together. There's in all these there's a lot of places. Recipes you'll be famous for. Shipping corn casserole? Don't take a corn casserole to a potluck. Chicken casserole, potato salad. Cream corn casserole. No. That's like, keep that for Thanksgiving where 2 people can eat that. Relish tray is a nice addition to a potluck. So, yeah, ain't that about sums up potluck? Hit me up, nextwithapod@gmail.com. Yeah, check me out on the radio. Thank you so much for listening. I'm continually amazed and grateful for anybody that does. Oh, and thank you to It's Your Boy Sausage, the best sausage on the planet, for their continued and unwavering support of Next Window. Please take advantage of grilling season. Well, you can if you live somewhere where it's not year round. You can cook It's Your Boy Sausage year round, but now it's prime time. Invite your friends over. Be a potluck. Say, hey, fucking potluck, I've got It's Your Boy Sausage. I'll take care of that. You guys bring a dish. And if anybody shows up with cream corn, you just tell them that it's been nice being friends with them. But maybe we'll see you around. So yeah, I think we'll end it there. Thanks for listening, and come to a stand-up show sometimes. All right, thanks. Peace.